Have you ever felt like you're doing absolutely everything right? I mean, you're eating clean, you're exercising, but that scale, it just will not budge. Well, it turns out there might be this hidden war being waged inside your body every single night, and you're not even aware of it.
So let me ask you this. What if the real key to your weight loss goals has nothing to do with your morning workout, but everything to do with what happens in the hours after the sun goes down? Okay, picture this. It's just before 6 p.m. You're heading home, maybe you're stressed from the day. But deep inside you, your visceral fat cells, that really dangerous fat that wraps around your organs, they're just waiting. They are literally waiting for a signal from you to either burn off stored energy or to multiply and tighten their grip. So let's get right into it. The whole idea we're unpacking today is that the hours between 6 p.m. and midnight, that is the real metabolic battleground. It's the time of day where the war on weight is actually won or lost.
You see, to really understand why that belly fat can feel so incredibly stubborn, we have to first get our heads around this massive conflict that's happening between our ancient biology and our very, very modern lives.
I mean, think about it. For 200,000 years, our bodies evolved to be perfectly in sync with the sun. We ate when it was light, we fasted when it was dark. Simple. But in just the last century, which is a total blink of an eye in evolutionary time, we've thrown a wrench in the works with artificial light, late-night snacks, digital stress, the whole shebang. We're basically running ancient software on modern hardware, and our body is just confused.
And look, this isn't just some theory. It's a whole field of science called chronobiology. It's the study of our internal clocks, and it proves that our hormones, our digestion, our entire metabolism, it's all hardwired to the cycle of the sun. So when we disrupt that cycle, what happens? Our body's default survival response is to store fat. So how exactly is this confusion sabotaging all our best efforts? Well, we're going to break down 5 specific things, 5 mechanisms that are secretly working against you every single evening. All right, let's dive into these 5 key saboteurs one by one.
So first up is something called the hepatic oscillator. It's basically your liver's own internal clock. Think of your liver as this super busy factory. All day long, it's running at full capacity, processing everything you throw at it. But after about 7 p.m., it starts winding down, getting ready for the night shift.
And the proof is right here. It's incredible. A landmark study from the Salk Institute took 2 groups, gave them the exact same calories. The only difference was timing. The group that finished eating by 6 p.m. lost an average of 8.6 pounds of fat. And the group that ate until 10 p.m., they lost 0. Nothing. This just drives home the point. It is not just what you eat, it is when you eat.
Okay, saboteur number 2 is what I like to call the carbohydrate curfew. It turns out your body's ability to handle carbs changes dramatically throughout the day. It's all regulated by this protein called bimol-1, which is like firing on all cylinders in the morning, but basically clocks out for the day in the evening.
And the effect of this is just staggering. Get this, eating carbs at 8 p.m. causes a 40% higher insulin spike than eating the exact same carbs at 8 a.m., a 40% difference. For fat loss, this is an absolute disaster. And here's why that's so crucial. High insulin acts like a master switch. It literally deactivates the enzyme that's responsible for breaking down your body fat, and at the same time, it flips on the switch for fat storage. Your body simply cannot burn fat when your evening insulin is high. End of story.
So, you've eaten a late meal, your insulin is spiked, and now you're trying to wind down. This is where our third saboteur rears its head. It's the battle between stress and digestion. So many of us spend our evenings scrolling our phones, right? Checking stressful emails, reading the news. This keeps our nervous system stuck in fight or flight mode, which literally slams the brakes on digestion. That food just sits in your gut, creating inflammation.
But there is a simple, incredibly powerful fix for this. A 15 to 20-minute walk right after dinner. This is an ancient practice, and it acts as a biological reset. It gets your digestion moving again, it lowers that stress hormone cortisol, and, this is key, it helps your muscles soak up all that blood sugar without needing even more insulin.
And you know that digital stress we just talked about? Well, it has another dark side. Saboteur number 4 is hiding in plain sight. It's the blue light from our screens. You see, as it gets dark, your body is supposed to be producing melatonin. This hormone is the signal for your pancreas to chill out, stop making insulin, and switch into fat-burning mode for the night. But the blue light from our phones and TVs completely shuts down melatonin production.
Let me put this as bluntly as possible.
When you're scrolling on your phone late at night, that screen is sending a direct biological signal to your body to store fat. It is that powerful.
Okay, and now for the final piece of the puzzle. This is a saboteur that works its magic while you're fast asleep. The temperature of your bedroom. Your body actually has two kinds of fat. White fat, which is just for storage, and brown fat, or BAT, which is metabolically active. It actually burns the white fat to create heat.
And here's the crazy part. Here's how you can activate it. An NIH study found that simply sleeping in a cool room, right around 66 degrees Fahrenheit, cranked up that brown fat activity by 40% and boosted overall metabolism. People in the study were burning over 100 extra calories every single night, just from turning down the thermostat.
Okay, so we've laid out all the problems, right? We've identified the saboteurs. Now, let's flip this around. Let's talk about the solution and see how this all comes together in a clear, actionable plan for your evening.
So here it is. This is the protocol. It's a really simple timeline that syncs your daily routine back up with your body's natural biology. You've got a protein-heavy dinner done by 6:45 p.m. That's followed immediately by a short walk. Then, you dim the lights, put the screens away. And finally, you set a cool bedroom temperature for a 10 p.m. bedtime. You see how each step is specifically designed to counteract one of those saboteurs we just talked about?
So the huge takeaway here is this. Maybe your body isn't the problem. Maybe it's not that your belly fat is stubborn, but simply that your modern schedule is completely out of sync with your ancient, hardwired biology. By realigning your evening, you stop fighting your body and you start working with it. You stop interrupting this powerful, natural, fat-burning process that is trying to happen every single night. So looking at this protocol, what is the one change, just one, that you can commit to making to your evening starting tonight?